Hi there, my name is Cui Liang, and this is a video demonstration of my work, Trails in the Sky Origin, the game I made by myself. Trails in the Sky is a classic role-playing game from the game company Falcom in Japan. It's a traditional Japanese RPG in which the story happens in a world filled with magic, just like Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy. I love this game because it reminds me a lot about my childhood. It is true that RPGs are getting more and more complex these days. Even there's a great advance in graphics, sounds, and ways of playing, I found myself lost in this game simply because there's too much to handle. Trails in the Sky, however, brought me back again to a stage where everything was so simple, and I just can explore the world like I'm in it. And I must say, it is really an amazing game. When I finished it, the story is not over yet. There were still a lot of mysteries unsolved. So I decided that since the Falcom company has left so much space for imagination to the player, why don't I just go make a game and solve all these mysteries? I mean, I've been so crazy about game designing, but I never had a game project of my own. Besides, RPGs are easy to make, but it takes a lot to make the game fun. So I thought this is a great opportunity for me to put my thoughts and plans into action, and to get the first-hand experience as a game designer. After 14 months, I finished it. I wanted to tell the story happened after the third chapter of the game Trails in the Sky, but I also want to solve the mysteries that were left in the previous chapter, to tell the player and fans about the cause and beginning of the story. So I named my work Origin. It's kinda like where the story ends and where it starts. In my story, after the adventure to the Shadow Kingdom, which happened in the third chapter, Estelle and her friends were back and everything seemed fine, except that one of her youngest friend, Rain, has gone away instead of staying with them together. And after searching for Rain for a month, Estelle one day found that Rain was actually lingering around their house all the time. After a little reunion, they decided to go home and have a meal together. But out of nowhere, the clown, an enemy from the previous chapter, appeared and teleported Estelle, Rain, and Kevin into a strange place for no reason. They were split up from others, and so in order to get home, they started searching for answers. After a while, Estelle started to realize things were more complicated than they thought. They were teleported into another world which can be considered like another planet. And the reason for this is that there was something unique on her friend Rain, and the bad guys, including the clown, wanted to use Rain for some reason. In order to keep Rain safe and to get home, Estelle started another adventure on the strange land. What I wanted to create is a traditional role-playing game, in which the player controls the character to explore the world, looking for treasures, fighting bad guys, and getting to know the whole story. I've played many great RPGs on Nintendo family computers, so I kind of want to recreate some of the funs I've experienced. For example, like hiding treasures behind the building, or outside a map, which can be easily exposed to the player, but the fun part is that they'll have to figure out ways to get them. These tricks are easy to handle, but they do make game fun. When the players get these, they can whether use it or sell it to the NPC to use the money to buy other things like potion. Another use of this item is that if the player gets all of them, they may get a better chance to defeat the final boss and get to see the secret ending of this game. In another word, the defeat of the final boss is actually not necessary to finish the game. But this final battle definitely satisfies those who lack challenges. To defeat the boss, you'll have to be very lucky, otherwise you'll have to work really hard on leveling and get all these hidden treasures. But I don't want to spoil the fun of those who chose the hard way. So I also designed some special battles which can be easily to win and helps the player level faster. But these battles are hard to find, so the players have to explore more around the world. It's actually a good way to cross different parts of the game together, and to make the game fun at the same time. I also put a lot of hard works on the dialogues of each NPC in the game. I wanted to make the player feel like the world is actually running, and everyone has their own stories and secrets. So, besides providing information to help the player finish the game, the NPCs in the game will also tell the player stories, like he just moved to this town and has difficulty finding a job. Or some NPCs will tell the player about their plans of camping on the top of a mountain. This is actually a part where I learned from the Trails in the Sky or other RPG games, to let the NPC tell the detailed parts of the story. This satisfies the needs of those who likes to explore. And also this helps making the world more complete and interesting. Making this conversation may be a lot of hard work for me, but the feedbacks from the players suggest that these are all worthy. After I published my game, the total hit of my published post on ali213.net and 66rpg.com went over 100,000. And it was repasted to some other famous game sites in China. I also got a lot of feedbacks and comments. These are all very important to me. You may find the setup program of my game in this DVD along with some of my other works like posters or logos. I am Cui Liang, and thank you for watching this video, and may you have a pleasant day.